welcome to Cleveland.
Welcome, run stuff.
Welcome to Cleveland. I'm welcoming Kruger. I'm welcoming Bryant.
Opening roll, take two.
Welcome to Game Day Battle. Cleveland sports news meets biased and outspoken opinion. Here with the full Game Day crew, and it's always nice to see the Game Day crew here. Everybody's healthy and here. Huge show. We've got the NFL free agency activity, a lot of other stuff. Before we go any further, though, if you are not a member of the Facebook page, join the forum. We've had a lot of fun, kind of throwing some stuff out there with the with the draft. Dale had a really nice little homage to Cribbs, who is out of here. And it's quite nice. You should definitely check it out. So anyway, go there, hit like. We definitely could appreciate that. We're trying to pump the page up. Also, subscribe at the top of the video if you're watching this on YouTube. Subscribe button, click on it.
Feed my kids.
Sorry, go ahead. Yeah. So we could use it and definitely help the cause. So let's just real quick. Ramon Torres right down at the end of the table. Brett Finnegan and Dale Shanstercy to my right. I'm Mike Glass. A huge show. We have the word, I guess, has come from Progressive Field down 9th Street and has affected the Browns, and the Browns have made as much activity in free agency as the Indians did in the offseason. So very, very exciting. We're going to have to nail a number of different points with that. We can't forget about the Indians. I know it's just, it's still spring training and it's early, but some activity, some good stuff, and we get to see these guys on the field for the first time, and that's a really, really neat situation. Also, Francona, first time coaching our team. Cavs, got to touch the Cavs. We got 2-minute drill coming up. We love the 2-minute drill. Just a lot of different, just like that. But a lot of different topics thrown into 2 minutes. We've got a timer on ourselves, so it makes it a little bit more exciting.
Indeed.
So we got to start off with the first big signing: Paul Kruger from the Ravens to the Browns.
Game Day Battle is brought to you by Bamboozle's Restaurant and Lounge in Parma. They have the best drink specials anywhere. Seriously, buy one, get one free drinks. How often do you hear of it? You don't. They do it twice a week. Billy's mom makes the pasta sauce all the time, and the burgers, you simply won't find a better one. Check them out, bamboozles.com. Again, bamboozles.com. When you go there, tell them GDB sent you.
All right, so Paul Kruger is now a Brown. In fact, he was the very first signing, and I think everybody happy about it.
Yes. Yes.
Very first signing, and made a lot of activity because I think, was it the first signing of the free agency period, or was it maybe tied for the first, second, something like that? It was very early, and I don't think any of us were expecting that much attention that early, and then for it to kind of continue. So before we get into all the other the picks and the possible picks that we may have by the time this airs, Paul Kruger, what does he do for this team specifically? And Dale, I know we were talking about it earlier. We're running a 3-4.
Yep.
And Kruger was brought on probably to play behind the 3-4. Behind a big line, and maybe a good guy for that. But what do you feel about bringing this guy here? What do you feel about the new defense in general?
Well, my thoughts on Paul Kruger and the thoughts of the 3-4, they varied wholeheartedly, because I love the Paul Kruger signing. He hasn't really done anything crazy career-wise with his numbers. Only 15 sacks over 4 years. He started 16 games last year for Baltimore, 30 tackles, 9 sacks. But we all saw him through the playoffs, and what a great job he did. He brings a hybrid threat that you can move around and put pressure on the quarterback, and that's what we need to do. I'm just not really sure where he fits in right now on the 3-4 plan. Is he going to be a defensive end? Are they going to put him next to Taylor and Rubin? Or are they going to line him up as kind of like that 3-4 hybrid where he can stand up or come in low? Just a lot of questions as to where they're going to place these guys and how they're going to move this. And you got names like Jabal Sheard still out there, wondering where they're going to put him, and DeQuell Jackson taking that linebacker spot. But interesting. I love the signing. Just interested to see where they're going to actually put him.
And so you like him here, and you think that with the 3-4, you think that he brings something specific to this defense, or just in general a good all-around player?
Yeah, I think he's just a good all-around player, and it is going to be a new system for him as well. They ran a 4-3 in Baltimore, so he's not going to be doing what he was doing, and I don't know if that's going to hurt his stock or help him, but he made a lot of big plays and big moments at a young age in his career, only 3 years in. So interested to see if he can keep climbing the potential cliff, I guess.
Are they falling over that cliff?
Put him on like the thing, like, oh, he's getting better.
It depends on which way you're approaching the cliff as to whether or not that was good. So, Ramon,
Guys, I did great.
Ramon, Dale mentioned that he made a sort of a big splash. It was kind of late in the season and in the playoffs. Are you sold on the guy, what he did and what he's been showing progressively? Bannard actually said that he's shown progress throughout his career, and he's hoping that he does that here. Are you seeing that kind of a player with this guy? Are you liking the sign?
Yeah, definitely. He brings that big game mentality to our team here. You know, being in the Super Bowl atmosphere, and then you bringing that back to a new team. So now you got that leadership in the locker room. You know, you could talk to these guys and let them know what it is to play on that big stage. You know, because we're going to be facing these good teams, and you know, some of these guys, you know, young guys as you know that we have. Oh wow, man, this is really him on the field. You know, so they get kind of starstruck sometimes, and this guy come in and keep them guys grounded. You know, I think it's a great signing.
That's nice to hear some excitement. I was kind of expecting you to take a bit of a negative look at it. You have the tendency to do that.
Well,
Shocked us all.
I do because we're not used to seeing this so early. We're not used to even the Browns even making any type of splash. You know, maybe like a drip in the free agency. You know, but other than that, I think it's great for the team. I think it's great for the city. Like, you know, everybody's excited right now. Like, I'm listening to the radio, watching TV. Everybody's just talking about the Browns, and that's what I like to hear when I'm watching major networks, you know, just talk about the Browns.
It's nice to have some positive attention.
Definitely, man.
Well, you know, Brett, Ramon, you know, he mentioned that this wasn't something that normally occurred here at this time of the year in the past. This isn't a learner-type thing that we've experienced. And in addition to that, this is excitement. This is excitement for a team that has been really lackluster for probably 10 years. Does Kruger do that for you, or do you think it was just maybe the fact that it was so early and it was so quick and it was a bigger name?
I'm very excited. It's cool to have it be March right now and still talking about Browns football after it's been gone for 3 months now.
I love it.
And for this Kruger signing, I think it fills out our defense pretty well, along with the other guys. But you know, I just love the sense that he came from Baltimore to Cleveland. Like, fuck you, Baltimore. I'm going to the AFC North. You know, and my biggest thing is how he came off into the playoffs. You know, he had 4 sacks in the Super Bowl against Kaepernick, who was a mobile quarterback. I mean, he came pretty strong in the playoffs there for you. And like you said, he progression gets there, and he's been progressively getting better, and that's what I like to see.
Well, you know, he did have a big playoff run, big Super Bowl exposure. Do you think that possibly he might be a little oversold now because of a good hot streak?
No, I don't think so at all. I think it's just, you know, the stats clearly say that, you know, granted he was on the biggest stage and that didn't faze him at all. You know, that's just another football game for most of these guys. And granted, I know there's a trophy at the end of it, and you know, some have some bonuses coming up, but you know.
Can you ask me that question?
Dale. Do you think that Kruger had a bit of a hot streak that upped his value?
Yeah. Yeah, kind of. I mean, this guy has 0 career numbers. He's got 1 solid half a season to wrap things out. And we paid this guy big money. This is a gamble. You know, I read a pretty good article on NFL.com the other day how they were talking about the 2 types of people that try to go out and make big splashes in free agency. You either have a GM that's probably got his job on the line and says, let's go out and get all these all-stars, and we got to be able to win with these guys. Or there's guys that are coming in and trying to make a statement, and those are the guys that are going to go out and overspend on some people. I mean, come on, 5 years, $45 million. I didn't see anybody else sign a contract with that, and with a bigger name than Paul Kruger, and a lot more career stats and a much better resume to bring forward than one good playoff run and a Super Bowl win.
But he's also a young guy, though. You got to bridge to that. So 5 years is not a long time for a young guy.
Yeah, I'm seeing the potential. It's definitely there, but there is the scare of a new system, new coach, new players, new attitude. No Ray Lewis. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but look who he also played behind. Ray Lewis, Suggs on that whole defensive linebacking system of the Ravens too. I mean, he is. It
is the positive that's even more positive. He brings that leader mentality, like Ramon said. But it's just, is he really this kind of caliber guy? Because we're paying him like one.
Well,
we don't know.
I think we have to accept that anytime you buy a player from a Super Bowl team, a team that just won the Super Bowl, you're going to pay too much.
Yeah, because they're selling high.
They're selling high. I mean, look at Flacco. 2 years ago, he wasn't expected to even be re-signed by Baltimore at the end of his contract.
Yep.
He got signed for more money, I think, than any other quarterback.
Any other quarterback in the league.
It's insane. So that's what the Super Bowl does. So we know we're overpaying for Kruger. But they like this guy, and they went out and got him. Maybe that's what we're most excited about, is they found a guy that has talent, that's got a name at this point, and they went out and got him. We just don't get to do that. We don't get to see that. We saw it with the Indians, and it surprised us, and we've been just sort of whirling ever since then, and excited about opening day coming up. The same thing is kind of happening here. We've made a big splash. We've really gone out and got somebody that could be good, but we've got to know we're overpaying for this guy. Between him and the next guy that we'll talk about, $20 million hit to the cap every single year for the next 4 or 5 years. That's not a big deal out of $120 million, except you've got an entire roster that you still have to fill. You have a quarterback. You have a franchise quarterback not on this team yet, likely not on this team yet, that they still have to find and develop and pay for the next 10 years. And there's a lot of things that have to fit under this cap. So if they turn out to be studs, then I think we're fine. But if they don't, well, we're going to be looking to do something different here in a few years with them.
That's awesome. How about this real quick on Kruger? Kruger went through 2 serious childhood accidents. He almost died in his uncle's Jeep, and a street stabbing left him with a 6.5-inch scar on his chest. A screwdriver was driven through the back of a Utah teammate, and brass knuckles was used to break the nose and shatter the cheekbone of his younger brother.
Damn.
50 staples to close the incisions.
His intestines were hanging out.
Tough son of a bitch right there.
Yeah.
He really is like.
Hey, what do you mean he ain't worth $40 million?
Come on, he's the $40 million man.
He's the man of steel.
He fucking can't die.
We can rebuild him.
I think, like you said, I think it's like a double-edged sword, because you don't know what you're gonna get, but you're kind of happy that we're actually making moves. So
we got a sword now.
So you don't know,
At least we have the sword. It's a good sword.
So either way, you're happy, but you don't know what's gonna happen, or we overpaid them, because that's a great point you made, and that's some of the analysts out there were saying, the first team that's gonna jump is the team that's gonna need people, and if you overpay them, so be it. If they're a stud, but if not, you kind of get burned for it.
But as a Browns fan, it's nice to see us just go out there and try to sign the big guy. So everybody's happy with that.
And I'm so burned by the past that after we signed Kruger, and there was a lot of buzz after that, somebody actually posted on the Facebook page, what do you guys think is going to happen next? Yeah. And I'm so pulling back. I'm like, well, we're not going to do more on the defense side, so we're going to look at the offensive side now, because that's what a real conservative team would do. It's like we made a big splash and I'll step back. But I looked at the line and actually posted what would be the likely 3 defensive linemen that we would have. And we got Taylor and Rubin, which are automatics because they're the only guys over 300 pounds we got on the team, really. Yeah. And then we got that other slot. Well, what are we going to do there? And we're probably going to look to maybe draft somebody and work somebody into there, maybe work a smaller guy for right now. But they went out and they got Desmond Bryant, who's going to fill that role, 320-pound monster, I think.
Yeah, 6'6", 311.
That's huge. I mean, at 6'6", he's got leverage. The general weight. We have 1,000 pounds with 3 guys on the line right now. Yeah. That's how you build a 3-4. So that's pretty cool. But the guy himself, Desmond Bryant, I'll start off with for him. I don't know that I'm sold on him either, especially when we're paying him like $34-35 million over 4 or 5 years. It's just a lot of money for a guy that may or may not be anything. He's been with the Raiders like 4 years. His stats are decent, not like amazed by the guy.
95 total tackles and 11.5 sacks over 4 years.
Nothing stellar.
Which ain't bad.
But he's got sacks.
What was that, 3 sacks?
3 forced fumbles, 2 passes deflected over 4 years. He started 15 or more games each of his 4 years. So
that's what we need.
He's playing. He's out there.
He's out there.
He's durable.
Right.
Mm-hmm. On a not so good Auckland defense either, too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that team's been a mess. So to perform on that team, it does say something.
Well, coming to a team also whose players are known to get injured all the time, so to have consistent players on the field is what we need most too, and especially if we want to make a playoff push or anything like that. If we're in that position, you want to have those guys who can start 14, 15, 16 games, a season.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So money aside, Desmond Bryant, people weren't really expecting more activity. We did get this guy. Any hesitation taking this guy? Any doubt?
I see the same progression chart that we saw for Paul Kruger. I think that's something that this regime obviously looks at. They want to see positive progression over years. So you're seeing that again. Last year he finished off the season with a sack in the final 3 games. But again, the one thing that just jumps out at me is $35 million for 4 years on a guy that, it's not like he's made the Pro Bowl or anything, and that's the kind of contract you'd expect a Pro Bowl defensive end to sign. So, defensive tackle at least. Those guys get paid big money. I mean, look at Albert Hainsworth. That guy signed the biggest contract in NFL history for $100 million.
We have a short amount of time left. We're going to squeeze in a segment we love. It's not it. It's the 2-minute drill actually, and we have 2 minutes to pound through a number of topics. Keep it speedy, keep it brief, and we're just going to dive right in as soon as Brett, ready, set, go. All right. There is Tiger. Oh yeah,
pick it up.
Tiger, is he back for real this time?
I think so. Hey, every time he got his head on his shoulders, he plays good.
All right. Yeah, I like to see him back.
Who's Tiger?
That guy. Broncos with Welker and Cambardi, are they guaranteed a Super Bowl this year?
Out first round of playoffs.
Damn.
I want to have him go to the Super Bowl.
2, but not winning. I think they're all the way. Dale.
Super Bowl championship.
Super Bowl
John
champions.
Elway wants a ring. He's going all out for Peyton
They don't know
Manning.
what they're talking about.
Great move.
He learned his lessons.
50
in the
touchdowns from Peyton Manning this year.
As long as it's in we have a fucking minute.
As long as he's in a dome, maybe.
That's what I'm gonna say. Go.
All right, there is a UFC fighter, male fighter that had a sex change and is now fighting.
Got the chop.
In the female,
literally.
yes, the big chop, and is now fighting in the female division. Should this even be allowed? Would it be sexual discrimination not to let him, compete?
Don't judge a book by its cover.
I don't give a shit about UFC.
What the hell was your answer? I don't even understand that. I'll judge it by what it was and what it is. And hell no, they should allow it. It's a man. I don't care what the hell's not hanging off. It's a man. He's built like a man, looks like a man. He's a man.
Ramon likes men.
Ramon likes men.
Don't judge Ramon by the cover.
All right. Are you more pumped about the Browns or the Indians at this point?
Quick.
Both.
Lame answer. I'm more pumped about the Browns right now. I'm sorry. And we got 12 seconds left real quick. Can the Heat beat the Lakers 33 wins?
Yes.
No.
They're not going to do it. They're at 20 now. They're not going to make it. And we have made it. All right, here it goes. Right? Boom. We hit it. All right, guys. Good job.
They got intense.
5 questions in 2 minutes. My brain hurts.
Yeah.
You guys rambled on. I probably
See, I had 4 seconds to talk about the Broncos still.
And we learned a lot about Ramon.
Likes men. Likes the boys. Okay, tribe time. The tribe is active. And We have, what do we got? 12 games, 13 games, 14 games, something like that under our belt?
16.
There we go, 16 games.
18 games.
18 games. Anybody? 19? Anybody?
Yeah, we're 12 and 6. 12 and 6.
So we have a winning record, and we can stop the season right now and
give ourselves the pennant.
There we go. We'll take it. Let's look at. We can't tell much. It's early, and there isn't a whole lot that I think any of us can see on TV. But we can look at stats, and we can at least look and see what these guys are doing on the field. And also, I'm sure we all listen to a lot of radio. We get the guys that are just totally on vacation down there, pretending to work, and like every now and then phoning in. I talked to Francona today, and blah blah blah.
He said he likes baseball.
Exactly, and that's about the extent.
They do the Harlem Shake.
Yeah. Can we get a little Harlem Shake right now?
The music going, man.
You just counted 15 in your head because it's 15 seconds, then it kicks in, and then boom. So we'll hit you with one later.
And almost batting 400 for Chisenhall. If we could say that, say mid-June, even July, I'll be amazed. But
Chisenhall?
You perv.
Yeah.
2 homers. I'm happy with it. I think he's the most impressive of the crew at this point.
Chisenhall still sucks balls. Let's see what he does when it counts.
Okay, what he does in his spare time.
I'm most impressed by the starting rotation right now. I like Ubaldo Jimenez and Masterson are looking good out there, 2-0. Their ERAs are just god-awful, but we know that those are the kind of pitchers that they are. They're going to give up runs. We just need to score more.
Dale, that pitching is not giving up the runs. That doesn't help that they give up runs.
I mean,
are you saying that they're good because they'll actually stay out there for 6 or 7 innings?
Yeah.
Giving up runs? they don't fall over.
You give up like
More teams that go across the plate will win the game.
2 to 4, as opposed to being a guy that gives up like 5 to 8 runs.
What's your ERA right now?
That's bad.
It's over 4, isn't it?
It's bad.
Okay.
2-0, got the W though, didn't they?
Got the W.
It's all about the W.
Get that ERA off your shoulder.
It's all about the W.
So is Reynolds leading the team in strikeouts?
No.
You know he will.
He is not.
Who is?
Who is?
But Drew Stubbs. I was going to say, but guess who is? Drew Stubbs is leading with 10 strikeouts, and I think that's in like 23 games.
Is that because he swings Stubbs? That was terrible.
Yeah.
You could have played that better. Like
Moving on.
Stubbs.
But to the guys that big off-season pickups, Nick Swisher is batting .433, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs in 11 games.
The swish.
And then Ryan Rayburn, who came from the Central Division that we signed, is hitting .423, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs in 13 games.
Get your Ryan Rayburn jerseys, ladies and gentlemen.
That's 2 of the top leaders right there. The 2 guys that really went after and got. So
it's great stats there, Brett.
Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
Stat guy.
Stat guy.
12 and 6 Indians.
I don't care about the stats. I'm just happy that opening day is around the corner. And I want to
Sold
see.
out.
Hey, I just want to see what this team is about.
Who the fuck is this guy? What happened to the negative?
Opening day is all I'm worried about. Opening
Cleveland's
day.
coming around.
Hey, opening day is all I'm worried about. I'm going to be down there to watch my other team, the Yankees, play.
Oh,
man.
And watch the Indians play. Always got to support my home team first before anybody else.
You think Travis Hafner will make it through the game?
He probably won't even be playing.
He probably will, because Curtis Granderson and Teixeira won't be.
Yeah, but if I find some other people off the streets in front of him.
We're gonna try to make that a GDB day out there.
Oh, it's gonna be amazing, man! Like I got like that opening day feeling, like if the Browns was playing.
Like a rock hard boner.
No.
No.
Nah.
Sports
Did you have
boner? No.
Did you have like a near-death experience, and
Yes,
now
I
you're
did
just
that.
positive on life now?
I'm
or-
not positive. I'm just saying I'm completely sold on the Indians, but I'm just saying I'm happy for opening day. I see the town's
I'm
excited.
happy that you're positive about.
I want to see the
something.
town, flourish, and that's what I'm about, man. I'm trying to see.
Actually, it's not what you're about, but you are right now. So we'll take it.
Yeah.
This is being recorded, so I think maybe about like May.
It could be this.
I'm playing this back.
No, not
side
even
by
that.
side.
It's the second week of April.
Second week of April. Okay.
Maybe it's a mixture of this Guinness and Galway's Irish Ale.
He's feeling the luck of the Irish.
Yeah, I hope so.
Glad to pass it on. Oh, right.
All right, we have a very small amount of time left, even less now. Yes.
I think I was here, and I'm not here.
They're showing you how much time is left.
Yep.
I have no idea why they do it, but they always do it.
86 times in a row.
80, it's like 88 now. It's like show 88. You missed a couple.
Your notes said
My notes are wrong.
86.
They say 86. They do say 86, but that is incorrect, and I've mentioned that before.
I cheated.
So he's looking up my notes. We're going to raise our beer. This is what we do. We'll get to raise our beer, bitch about somebody, love somebody, and just spout off for a few minutes. And I want to start off with the group raising, and I think we can all share the love for Josh Cribbs, who came here. JC, he was he an Akron Zip, or was he a...
Yes, he was. He was Golden Flash.
Golden Flash, that's right.
How dare you?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
They're rivals.
You just bashed him right there.
Anyway, he became a sensation here, and he was our one light for a very dark period of time. So, Josh Cribbs, to you, and we wish you were still here, and maybe you'll come back here someday and be an old man.
And I think Cribbs might be worth an actual whole beer chug. So while you guys are sipping that down,
Yeah.
I'm going to ramble off some quick Josh Cribbs stats for you. He holds 3 NFL records. Most career kickoff returns for touchdowns. He had 8. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns of over 100 yards in the same game. Most kickoff return touchdowns in a single game. Also holds Browns franchise records. Most career kickoff return yards. Most career combined kickoff and punt return yards. Most career all-purpose yards. Most kickoff return yards in a single season. Most kickoff return touchdowns in a single season. Most all-purpose yards in a single season. Most career combined kickoff and punt return touchdowns.
And why did we not sign this guy?
Bad move, Haslam. Bad move. You signed Cribbies.
A Cleveland sensation, and he's not here. It really is upsetting to see. So
Now at least go sign Dawson.
Cribb has left the crib.
yeah, you want to see this town turn on you. You got rid of Cribbs, get rid of Dawson. First kicker to miss, gone.
I would have liked to see them at least go somewhere that might be able to get them a ring. Like he
Denver?
was talking to the Patriots.
Nobody else wants to pay him. And
Arizona? That's worse than us, man.
Okay, that's because our regime went to Arizona. That's the only reason why he got a job over there.
That was Kansas City, I think.
It was against the city?
Where like Scott Pioli went and like Cornell and.
But you sold it though, like you knew what you were talking about.
No.
Yeah.
No, but Cornell's gone out of there.
Cornell, yeah.
Okay, yeah, but he was there though.
Well, he was there, yeah. And
Scott Pioli was my main.
They had Cornell. They had they also had McCoy, not McCoy, but Quinn. They had
Brady Quinn.
the Rhino.
The way Rhino, faggot.
Yeah, God. Who's a free agent? If you guys want the Browns to go out and get him, he's a free agent right now. So
put him on the man cover.
Brett, you're raising.
Oh, we're ready for that now?
We are ready.
Not really.
Brett.
Okay.
And it can't be Josh Cribbs.
It's not going to be Josh Cribbs. I'm actually going to raise my beer to the Indians because all I've heard these past spring training games is how much fun it is to play underneath a guy named Terry Francona and how much fun they're having, and it's like baseball again. It's like playing for them again. It's kind of cool to hear from the clubhouse. So here's to you and a promising season for you guys.
Steal my thunder, but absolutely. I'm with you.
This is promising season.
Ramon?
I was going to raise my beer to the GDB crew for being back together. It's been a while since we all,
It has been a while.
been together. So I'm excited.
It's good to have you back, man.
Thank you.
Welcome back, man.
Get out of here.
All right, bring it in, guys.
Come in for the real thing. Come in for the real thing.
I was ready for it.
You were.
Yeah.
Brett's a big teddy bear. Dale.
Oh, is it my turn
It
already?
is your turn.
I'm pouring out some beer, but I'm actually I'm raising it. Yeah, I'm raising it.
Pour it.
Are you
I gotta
pouring it
fuck
out
that
of
up.
here?
To the Baltimore Ravens. Yay! I love that you're just letting your whole team just go away and all your talent's gone. And
Yep.
you're one less team that I hope we have to worry about for another couple of years because I don't see Joe Flacco getting you to any playoff games without caliber receivers like Anquan Bolden, and you better hope Jacoby Jones is a real quality number 1 wide receiver and not just some guy who had a lucky game during the Super Bowl, but as one of the teams that was that I feared, obviously coming after a Super Bowl win, was probably the leader of the division. I don't think that they are anymore, and I don't think that Pittsburgh is anymore. If you give it to anybody, it's Cincinnati, and they've got $55 million to spend. So I feel like for the first time ever that the AFC North is wide open right now, and I feel that we already are
a better record than us.
I think we're 3 years ahead or 2 years ahead of any other team that has to start rebuilding. So why can't it be us? Why can't it? We got a quality schedule next year. It ain't no bullshit like we had this last year. We're going to play some scrubby teams.
With you. Right on, Dale, right on.